Hello, welcome to the experimental fight between the BV P.210 and the XP-72. Myself flying the BV and MNBV Focke-Wulfe flying the XP-72. Before we get started, this is a highly experimental fight. We are both better than average pilots, and this video is in no way meant to comment on which of us would be the better pilot in a regular engagement. These are experimental tactics, just testing out what we talked about in the paper combat forum thread that I started. I have a lot of respect for Focke-Wulfe. He's a good pilot and a good guy. So general setup is 1700 meters altitude and 1000 meters on a head-to-head at approximately cruise speeds. So for the BV P210 that would be 520, and for the XP-72 I believe it's somewhere around 500. That chime there is Charlotte's skill kicking in that gives her a 20% boost to critical hits and damage dealt on a head-to-head. Not really sure what's going on here. My ping was at about 36 holding steady, and when I watch the replay I'm just aiming nowhere near. Okay, so first fight goes to the BV. Just gonna crash and reset my hit points. It's always kind of sad and hard to do. So at this point, Focke-Wulfe starts trying to experiment with running boosts to try to get past me and extend out far enough so that I can't hit him when I swing around. Now, in my opinion, this is an extremely risky play, as it does not give him really any gun time against me, and the BV is, in my opinion, plenty fast to catch up the XP-72. So I began my turn as I passed above him. He's really kind of getting out of my range here, and I'm way above my optimal altitude, and I know he has 10 seconds more boost than I do, which I do not want to mess around with trying to catch him with no boost and being left high and dry. So I kind of came down and just was watching my distance meter there to see when he was diving on me, and climbed to meet him. And I think he was hoping that I would stall out trying to chase him, which, you know, I didn't. I was managing my speed pretty well. So, 2 for 2 in the BV. Now if I'd been thinking, I would have killed the engine as I went back down to 1700 just to kind of stay more in the cruise speed range. But I wasn't really thinking, so I get a little high on the airspeed. Charlotte skill kicking in. Now this time I broke a little bit more consistently with what I was talking about in the forums. As you can see, he's trying to extend the way down. I got a critical hit with his engine, his wing, and his tail at this point. I think he thought that I was using the boost cooling consumable, engine cooling. I have it mounted, but I did not use it. That was 3 for 3 to the BB. Now keep in mind that before the battle, before we went into the battle here, we had agreed that I wouldn't be using the rockets, at least for the first fight. And so, you know, he's not being deterred at all by the threat of the rockets. As you can probably imagine, if he was concerned about the rockets, it would completely change the way that this was going. Charlotte skill kicking in. Now, as far as I'm aware, Focke-Wulf likes to fly with the joystick. That obviously makes a big difference in what you can do on a head-to-head encounter. Specifically, it's a lot harder to pull snapshots as you're kind of barrel rolling like he was. And just before the squall line, which is great, because it means we get one more try.
We cannot support you any longer. The storm is too heavy. Do you copy? Over.
So if I had to guess, that would be why he has not fired at me on those head-ons as he was kind of barrel rolling. Now it did significantly reduce the amount of damage that I was dealing against him as he did those barrel rolls, but you know, I still did damage against him while he was doing none against me. So my bad on this. I thought we were going to use the rockets on the last engagement, and I completely messed that up. I'm so sorry, Focke-Wulf.
Act according to the situation. Victory is ours. We're waiting for your return.
So 4 for 4 for the BV, 5 for 5 if you count that mess up with the rockets at the end. And we'll have the next video up here in a second.